Hey guys, and welcome back to more Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Well, not so much Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright right now, and more like the misadventures of everyone in the village. We are looking into the story behind why Barnum has a doggy, and I have a feeling this is going to get really sad really quickly, so let's go. I saw the chicken the beast had taken. His prey was left in a large pile. And yet, there was no hint that he had actually eaten any of them. What do you mean? Curled up among the mountain of chickens laid a much larger dog. It was readily apparent that the beast was already dead. This little one here nestled itself against the larger beast, yet there was no response. I could but gaze upon this whelp in silent admiration for his efforts. I distinctly remember the larger one's appearance. It had a scar above its left eye, a tail that looked as if it was singed by the legendary fire itself, and black and white colored fur. I knew that beast. You did? We had met once before, in town, not a few days prior. I was at the head of the storyteller's parade. That's when suddenly a large dog jumped in front of me. It had been chasing the chickens at the farm nearby when it shot forth from the alley. I was caught completely off guard. My horse instantly reeled back in panic, but sadly I was unable to calm it. I failed to keep hold of the reins. There was naught I could do, so I was thrust from my horse. Oh, I get it now. That must have been the famous Barnum's Wild Ride incident everyone loves talking about. Well, that funny story just became extremely sad. Heard you were dragged all over town. Don't seem any worse for wear, though. You're definitely now the stuff of legends. Unfortunately, the dog that ran into the parade was much more worse for wear. In the chaos that followed, the beast was caught under my horse, trampled, and kicked aside. Oh, shit! Somehow it managed to drag itself upright. It then limped its way back to the alley and disappeared. Unbelievable. So you mean... Indeed, the dead dog in the forest was the very same dog from the parade. There is no mistake. The beast was mortally wounded at the parade. All right, so what about the pup? 'Tis only an assumption, but perhaps this little one is the beast's offspring. Wow. This? For how whimsical the bonus episodes are, this is really sad. Since that day... This little one, despite his small stature and fear, would face prey much bigger than himself. When his strength failed him and he could no longer move, he would escape into the forest. All this for the sake of his mother. Day after day, never once realizing that his mother had long since uttered her last breath. Oh, Constantine! If only I had not fallen from my horse. If only I had been able to take control. How can I call myself captain of the knights when I was the one who robbed this little one of his mother? I think this little one was there to witness what I did to his mother. He must be quite aware of my actions that day. What do you mean? Well, he doesn't seem to like you. While he may still be young and his stature small, this dog is a true knight of the highest caliber. He protects that which needs protecting, and will ready his fangs at but a moment's notice for many a just cause. That is why I could not simply hand this most valiant knight over to the townsfolk. As we speak, they are braving the storm in search of him. However, they will likely give up before too long. I ask you, please keep this little one safe here. I beg of you. Oh. What exactly do you plan on doing with the pup? This brave little knight stood valiantly in the face of insurmountable odds, all for the sake of protecting one close to him. As such, I will first assign him a most noble name befitting one of such valor. Then, I will personally see to it that he is welcomed into the Knights of the Inquisition. Nope! Huh. From where I'm standing, it really doesn't look like this little guy is all too thrilled with you and your plans. It would appear so, but... Ah! Welp! I think you deserve that. No doubt about it. He doesn't like you one bit. That's what little guys like this do. They bite. Ugh. 'Twas my error. Oh, come on now. You're not even bleeding, you big baby. The big bad knight, Captain, bitten by a cute little pup, like some kind of chew toy. Not the most manly of stories. Nonsense! It was an honor to be chewed on by such an admirable creature. Ever the fast talker, eh, Mr. Knight Captain? Look, give me a minute and I'll get you patched up in no time. Until then, how about you keep yourself entertained with this little puzzle I came up with? If it's another chalice puzzle... Mouse Mayhem 2 should be child's play for a knight like you, Mr. Knight Captain. Well, as long as it's not another chalice puzzle. Ooh, oh, it's one of those thingies. The ones where you push the panels around. Well, I mean, not push around the panels, you just kind of angle the panels. It seems some mice have taken up residence in the house. They're particularly fond of the delicious cheese kept there. Tilt the table left, right, up, and down to send the mice sliding across the surface. Slide each of the 5 mice so they end up in the traps. Make sure they do not touch the cheese. Why? Okay. Now I've got to look at my freaking Game Boy. Wow, my 3DS. Alright. Boom! That stupid mice, the last one.
Already seen the answer.
Yo, Barnum solved the puzzle.
The joy of
he should
solving
have his
puzzles.
animation, not you, Layton. Gosh, taking all the spotlight, Layton. I see. My, how fascinating. No doubt this puzzle was originally created quite a while ago. Is that correct? Sir Top Hat. Indeed, and a good evening to you, Mr. Barnum. Way to, like, eavesdrop. Were you here this whole time? Not at all. I just arrived right now to get a cup of water. Just water? Huh. But it does seem I've managed to arrive just in time to hear an old story. Anyway, where's the rest of your motley crew gone? Yes, Mr. Wright and the others appear to be sound asleep upstairs. They were all enjoying being together again after so long. They must have tired themselves out quite a bit. Ah, all right. Well, glad to hear they're doing fine. By the way, Mr. Barnum. What is it? Perhaps you could tell me how you obtained that scar I see above your left eyebrow. I received this quite some time ago. A most formidable knight gave me this old wound. 'Twas not by his sword, but rather his small fangs that he gave me this injury. Damn, Constantine! Say, Mr. Fancy Hat, Yes, Miss Rouge. That little story you just heard, do me a favor and keep it under that hat of yours, okay? Why, of course, Miss Rouge. However, there is but one condition. And that is... if you would do me the honor of allowing me to take on the puzzle that left Mr. Barnum stumped for 3 days. I speak of more chalices. No thanks! I want nothing to do with the chalices! Well, well, well. Looks like we've got ourselves another challenger. You can have fun with that, Layton. I ain't touching that puzzle. Oh, good. I'm not touching that puzzle. To be continued. What are we on now? Episode 9? Episode 9. Alright. I'm getting close to a certain cameo, I think. Getting so close. Wow, check it out! The center's totally filled with people. That's right, Maya. The town is getting ready for the annual fire festival. Did you say fire festival? Seriously? You guys are still doing that? Yes, but it's alright. This time around, no one faints whenever they hear the bell ring. The town now has fresh water coming from the English mainland. No more biological hazards here. If you say so. I must say, Espella, Labyrinthians certainly are quite resilient. And the best part is, this year people from the mainland will be coming to town to see the festival for themselves. Whoa, that's awesome! Labyrinth Incorporate held a competition of which winners will be brought here to participate. Oh, I saw posters for it all over London! The Labyrinthia Fire Festival! This is one party that's too hot to miss! Well, it's certainly quite the intriguing competition. Huh? Look over there, by the bell tower! It's the Vigilantes! Right you are, Luke. Although I would have thought there was no longer a need for such tight security. Well, well, well. These are faces I've not seen in quite some time. My, if it isn't the captain of the Vigilantes himself, Mr. Boystrom, was it? A pleasure to see you again. So, they've still got you patrolling the bell tower, huh? Sirs! Never before have I felt such a sense of justice, duty, pride, honor, and fulfillment. I'm burning with purpose! Burning? I say you're practically on fire. The upcoming fire festival will be exhilarating, fun-filled, filled with fun, fantastic. You might say it will be funtastic. I see. You must be here to oversee the festival fun levels, is that right? Indeed, hence why you find me in such an extremely busy state of affairs. Captain? Oh, I don't know who that was. Ah, it's you, Balbog. What do you want? Sir, I've set up my postcard booth and the beverage stalls, but I am reporting a severe lack of space for the barbecue. In that case, place that barbecue over there and relocate your postcard booth over here. A moment of your time, Captain. What now? Ah, it's you, Lywood, my trusted right-hand man. I think the barbecue should go here, sir, and the postcard booth would be best over there. Silence! I have spoken! You have your orders, now get to it! But, sir, wouldn't it be better if the smoke from the barbecue pointed away from where the Miss Bezella contestants were gathering? I'm sure they'll be very thankful, sir. They'll probably even say, "Oh, that Captain Boystrom, isn't he just the best?" Very well! The barbecue will go here, and the postcard booth will go across the way there. What? But sir, I worked really hard on those postcards. No one is ever going to see them over there. Silence! My mind is made up. Now go, Balbog, before I make you. Yes, sir. knew that beast. You did? We had met once before, in town, not a few days prior. I was at the head of the storyteller's parade. It was readily apparent that the beast was already dead. This little one here nestled itself against the larger beast, yet there was no response. I could but gaze upon this whelp in silent admiration for his efforts. I distinctly remember the larger one's appearance. It had a scar above its left eye, a tail that looked as if it was singed by the legendary fire itself, and black and white colored fur. I saw the chicken the beast had taken. His prey was left in a large pile, and yet there was no hint that he had actually eaten any of them. What do you mean? Curled up among the mountain of chickens laid a much larger dog. Hey guys, and welcome back to more Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. Well, not so much Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright right now, and more like the misadventures of everyone in the village. We are looking into the story behind why Barnum has a doggy, and I have a feeling this is going to get really sad really quickly, so let's go.